Hello, today we will show you 20 colorist approved tips and tricks to dye your hair at home. Hair color is our identity, and when we change it, we can become a different person. You may want to go lighter, because you instantly feel an urge to be in the spotlight, or you may wish to go darker because you want to try out the look of a fatal beauty. Some people are just not afraid of radically changing their look and trying out the most unusual and adventurous colors to feel like a beautiful bird. Sometimes, we want to experiment without leaving our homes, and, for us, nothing seems impossible. We at Enjoy Your Mind have collected some tips to help people play with their look and only have a good experience when dyeing their hair at home. 1. Buy a home hair dye kit. A basic hair dye kit includes color brush, latex-free disposable gloves, a thin hair comb, moisturizing creme for protecting skin. Don't use metal equipment for mixing and storing the coloring substance, only plastic. Metal bowls or metal clips can oxidize the dye and the color may not show up at all. Also, using metal equipment may lead to hazardous chemical reactions. Always wear gloves to avoid stains on your skin, which are hard to remove. 2. When buying hair dye, don't trust the model on the box. Of course, the model on the box looks beautiful, but this is just a picture to turn your attention toward the brand. Your real friend is the color chart on the reverse side or on the bottom of the box. Also, the number on the box is helpful, as each color has its own code, consisting of the main tone and a hue combined together. The first number ranges from 1 to 12, with 1 being the darkest black, and 12 being the lightest blonde. The second number stands for the hue. For example, 3 gold, 4 copper, 6 red. The developer in at-home permanent dyes is very strong, stronger than the ones used in the salon and usually 20 to 30%, so it lifts the color and makes it lighter than what you see on the box. Be sure you choose volume 10 developer if you don't want to get lighter than 1 shade, and volume 20 developer to lift 1 to 2 shades. You can find the level of the developer either on hair dye box or on the bottle with developer inside the box. Each hair dye box usually has a contents section on it, where all things inside the box are listed. The developer point always states the percentage or the volume of the developer. You can also purchase the developer separately. 3. Buy 2 boxes of hair dye. If your hair is medium length or longer, you will need at least 2 boxes of hair dye. Also, if you have roots to deal with, you will need more substance to ensure better coverage and an even color afterward. Besides, there's nothing worse than running out halfway through. 4. Always perform an allergy test 48 hours before dyeing your hair. To avoid any repercussions to your health, you should always perform a patch test before using any color dye. Ignoring this important rule may lead to severe consequences. 5. Stick to your same color family. Going 3 shades darker or lighter is your critical margin for a DIY hair dye job. Everything that is beyond that is risky business and may lead to damaged hair and unpredictable results. 6. Don't skip the strand test. Though bypassing this step is tempting, the strand test is key, especially when trying out a new shade. Color a few trimmed or hidden hairs first, then look at the result before you commit. A common horror story from women who didn't do this: hair that turned green or hot pink. If your skin gets colored after a hair dye procedure, use baking soda or toothpaste that contains baking soda, mix it with water, and rub lightly. 7. Don't be in a hurry to apply your hair dye immediately. Evaluate your hair condition first. Damaged hair needs to be carefully treated before dyeing. You need to spend a few weeks babying your hair and strengthening it with hair masks and conditioners. If your hair is bleached and you have the yellow tone on your roots, the end color after you dye your hair may be uneven and the yellow will still be visible. Look at your hair in childhood photos. This will help you determine how your hair will react to certain colors. If your hair was a warmer color, honey blonde or similar, your hair will likely react with a warmer color now. Similarly, if your hair was a cooler color, ash blonde, brunette, your hair will likely have cooler undertones when you dye it now. 8. Evaluate your current hair color before coloring. If you want to rev up your bleached ends, you can try a dip dye method. It is very easy to be done at home. You just dip the ends of your hair into your dye mixture. If your hair is bleached, you can try a vivid semi-permanent tone to change your image without damaging your hair compared to a permanent hair dye treatment. If your roots are already visible and make a huge contrast, both demi-permanent and semi-permanent won't do, as they contain little to no peroxide and cannot lift the hair color. 9. Your hair color will look different in different lighting. Under artificial light, your hair color may look more vibrant and the hues will be more exposed. Under natural light, your color will be less vivid and the hues will not appear that bright. Remember this when choosing the tone of your hair color. If you choose your hair dye by reading reviews on the internet, make your choice based on photos the users take under different lighting to be able to picture the result completely. 10. Don't experiment with radical changes in your color at home. Going from brunette to blonde may require several procedures of bleaching, which will severely damage your hair.